Level 1 Thrall, Slave. At the very bottom of Viking society is the Thrall. If you were born a Thrall or captured during a raid, you had almost no rights. You worked long days farming, cooking, building homes, or serving wealthy families. Many Thralls were prisoners taken from England, Ireland, or other neighboring lands. Your owner decided nearly every part of your life, but there was one small hope. Some Thralls earned or bought their freedom after years of loyal service, allowing them to climb into Viking society. Level 2. Freedman. After gaining freedom, you became a freedman. Life immediately improved, but not by much. You could own simple property, marry freely, and make your own decisions. However, many people still remembered your past, making it difficult to gain respect. Most freedmen worked as laborers or craftsmen while trying to build a better future for their families. Level 3. Karl. Most Vikings belong to this rank. A Karl was a free citizen. Farmers, fishermen, blacksmiths, merchants, and ordinary warriors all fell into this class. Karls owned land, voted in local assemblies called the Thing, and were expected to defend their communities whenever war broke out. If you picture the average Viking, you're probably imagining a Karl. Although life was hard, they enjoyed far more freedom than those below them. Level 4. Skilled Craftsman. Not every Viking became famous through battle. Master shipbuilders, blacksmiths, woodcarvers, and weapon makers earned enormous respect because Viking society depended on their skills. Without them, there would be no longships, swords, shields, or homes. Some became wealthy enough to rival local nobles despite never leading a single raid. Level 5. Huscarl. Now you've entered the warrior elite. A Huscarl was a professional bodyguard serving a powerful chieftain or king. Unlike ordinary farmers who fought only when needed, Huscarls trained constantly and carried some of the finest weapons available. They often received better armor, better food, and valuable rewards after successful battles. Protecting their lord was their highest duty, even if it meant dying beside him. Level 6 Raider Leader. After proving yourself in battle, you might command your own raiding party, planning attacks, choosing targets, and leading warriors across dangerous seas required intelligence as much as courage. A successful leader returned home with silver, livestock, weapons, and slaves. A failed leader might never return at all. Your reputation depended entirely on victory. Level 7 Goði, Priest-Chieftain. Power wasn't only earned through war. Sumet only earned through war. Some influential Vikings became Godar, leaders who combined political authority with religious responsibilities. They organized important ceremonies honoring Odin, Thor, and Freyr while settling disputes between families. People believed maintaining the gods' favor could determine the success of harvests, voyages, and battles. Holding both spiritual and political influence made the Goði one of the most respected people in the community. Level 8. Jarl. Now you've reached the Viking nobility. A Jarl controlled large areas of land, collected taxes, commanded armies, and rewarded loyal warriors. Jarls owned impressive longhouses, hosted enormous feasts, and surrounded themselves with experienced fighters. Many dreamed of becoming kings themselves. In fact, some Viking kings started as ambitious jarls before conquering neighboring territories. Level 9. King. Only a handful of people ever reached this position. A Viking king ruled entire kingdoms, commanded thousands of warriors, negotiated alliances, and launched massive military expeditions. But wearing the crown didn't guarantee safety. Kings constantly faced rebellions, rival claimants, and assassination attempts. One bad decision could cost them everything. Level 10. High King. Above ordinary kings stood the rare High King. Rather than ruling a single kingdom, a High King claimed authority over multiple Viking rulers. Maintaining that power required victories in war, political marriages, loyal allies, and constant displays of strength. Few managed to hold this title for long. The moment weakness appeared, rivals moved in. Level 11, Legendary Ruler. Some leaders became more than kings. Their stories inspired generations of warriors long after their deaths. Even today, their names remain among the most famous in Viking history. From a thrall with no freedom to a ruler whose name echoed across the north, Viking society offered very different lives depending on your rank. The question is, which Viking rank would you choose if you had the chance to live in the Viking Age?